Hi everyone, I'm Camila and welcome back to the interior design course. Today we're diving into a personal favorite, mixing textures and materials to create a space that feels layered, cozy, and effortlessly beautiful. Whether you're decorating a living room, bedroom, or even a bathroom, getting your mix of textures and materials just right can make all the difference between a flat space and one that truly feels lived in and luxurious. So let's start with the basics. Why is texture so important in interior design? So mainly because texture adds depth and dimension to any space. It mainly works with our senses, especially with the touch and the sight. So if you have a space that feels very neutral, if you add materials and textures to it, it will feel lived in and never it's going to look boring. It also helps balance the mood of a space. Too many hard, shiny surfaces can feel cold. Too many soft elements might lack of a structure. So textures create harmony in a space. There are two main categories in textures. So we have hard textures and soft textures. You need a balance between both and use of both to create a layered space. Hard textures, they are wood, glass, metal, and stone. Soft textures, linen, wool, cotton, velvet, or leather. When combining this, you have to think of the contrast that you want to create or the one that you want to achieve. For example, a wood rustic coffee table can work perfectly with a round-shaped boucle chair. So now that you know how important texture is, let's go through 5 of the areas that I always focus on to add these layers in my designs. Textiles, pillows, throws, curtains, beddings, or even upholstery. These are the quickest ways to bring texture. You can think of chunky knits, soft linens, or boucle. They will add warmth and they are easy to swap out or layer. Rugs and flooring. The rug you choose totally changes the vibe of the space. Jute or sisal can add an organic earthy touch, while wood or high pile rugs can add softness. Even hardwood floors will bring texture depending on the grain and finish. Furniture materials. Mixing materials in your furniture is key, like combining wood, leather, metal, or glass. I love pairing a natural wood coffee table with a soft upholstered chair or maybe a leather stool next to a linen bench. Decor and accessories. This is where you can get creative. Woven baskets, ceramics, metal trays, stone bowls, even candles in different finishes. These are the little details that can make a huge difference. Walls and finishes. Walls are often overlooked, so you can add texture with a lime wash paint, wallpaper, paneling, or even plaster. Also, mixing matte and glossy finishes in a room can add a subtle contrast. So when you're layering texture, make sure to don't overthinking. Make sure to always feel that you're layering textures and materials that feel different to the eye and to the touch. That way you're going to create a space that feels rich and a designer look. So how I actually put everything together. So these are the steps that I follow as a designer. Usually a neutral or natural material like oak wood floors or cream walls or a linen sofa. For example, if my sofa is smooth, I will add pillows that have a velvet material or maybe a chunky wool texture for the throw. I love combining rustic finishes, for example, like jute or a rustic oak piece with sleek materials like marble or brass metallics. For example, in the kitchen, don't use everything matte or shiny. You can do both. For example, a shiny backsplash plus a matte faucet. This is my go-to trick. 3 soft textures, 3 hard textures, and 1 standout piece. Here are some examples of texture pairings that will always work. Linen plus leather plus natural wood. This is perfect for cozy and earthy vibes. velvet, marble, and brass. This will add luxury and contrast. Wool, stone, and black metal. This is ideal for a modern rustic look. Boucle, walnut, and glass. This is where soft meets sleek and timeless, very mid-century. The key is balance. If something feels too heavy or too light, you can only adjust the texture to bring the harmony back to the space. So the next time you're designing a space, make sure to always add texture and to remember that texture is everything in interior design. So let me know in the comments if you like this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see the following videos in this course. Thank you!